Hey all, Hedge here. Now you might be wondering, whoa, why are you doing a live action segment instead of heading straight into the video with the default music? Since the film's release, Mattel has been pumping out Cars diecast like there is no tomorrow, and throughout the years they released car after car, main characters like McQueen, Mater, Chick, Sally, and every other background fan, racer, townie, and hauler, etc. That all changed in 2018 when Mattel did a sudden switch to manufacture their diecast in Thailand, and ever since then, things have slowly dipped in all kinds of ways. I was going to be making a collection video, but this time I'll be talking about the current situation with the way Mattel's handling the Cars brand. I'm going to be joined by my YouTuber friends, and they're going to give out their own opinions about how Mattel's taking care of the franchise. Like I said before, in 2018, Mattel started manufacturing their diecast in Thailand instead of China, mainly because it was cheaper. This decreased the quality of some of the diecast. Blurry decals, fuzzy eyes, wheels that stick out longer than the car itself. I have a silver McQueen and a normal McQueen from 2020, and I'm so disappointed that the silver McQueen has higher quality of printing than its standard counterpart. Then there's the metallic cars. They look really nice, but they can be easily chipped even if they aren't even touched. Then there's Vietnam. Some multi-packs are made in Vietnam, and the quality control really takes a nosedive into the tire barriers here. Terrible printing, metallic cars can just rub off if you wanted to, and they have the most crazy amount of eyeshadow, it's honestly distracting. They use inkjet printing instead of the usual printing they use for Thailand, and man, does it suck. Here's a comparison of my China, Thailand, and Vietnam Rusties McQueens. You can clearly see the dip in quality, and it's honestly very disappointing. It makes factory customs look amazing. That was my segment, and this is a live action segment right here, is where I do a quick get. Ignore that. But, let's move on to Piece segment, because, he has a lot of better stuff to talk about than I do. Enjoy. And there's a fucking bug in my goddamn water.
Oh, we're getting me for this segment. Oh boy. Where do I even start? Well, hello everyone. This is Piston Cup Productions. I'm sure you all have recognized a video of mine at one point of your lives. Don't say that you've watched me when you were younger. You're just gonna make me feel old. Anywho, terrible distribution system. Man, well, Mattel certainly has a history when it comes to their distribution system, especially after Cars on the Road. It kind of just went to shit. It just kind of just went caca. It's gotten better, but for the wrong reason. I mean, it's like Race and Rescue is coming out on time every single case. I mean, yeah, it's not just Mattel. There's other companies that suffer with the same distribution thing, but Mattel is a more notable one when it comes to horrible distribution, because why am I seeing Cars on the Road cars still on the pegs in 2025? NASCARs are just peg warming the pegs every single time you go. They just exist. They're just sitting there. Same with the 2-packs. Like, no one asked for this. Why are we getting NASCAR 2-packs in the Big 25? They're not gonna sell. So I don't know what Delulu land Mattel's living in, but these just aren't going to move. Another prime example is the glow racers at Target. Like, why is this still going on in 2025? Why couldn't we have left this line? These don't sell. They don't. Ryan, Chase, who's the other one with the number 80? They don't sell. They just sit there. And now they're coming out with a Wingo. No one asked for that. But I would have just preferred a 4-pack with all 4 tuners so we could just get it out the way, done, and say goodbye to glow racers. But no, they're getting a soft little reboot. They've changed the packaging of them for next year. It's going to be so weird just having a singular tuner Wingo just there on your shelf. Just there. No context. It's not even in the Glow Racers book. I think Mattel even knows that they can't milk this for much longer. But I don't know why they keep them around. Like I would have much preferred the Race and Rescue cars take over these so we can just get the Glow Racers out the way. Like, Mattel's just a bunch of greedy little pricks, and they discount the color changes because they want to get rid of the ghost cars that no one's buying. Brother, learn to assort your cases, but that's a whole other issue that I won't get into. I think my segment and my time is up here. Hold on, before I go, I got like one more point I want to make. I get that Mattel wants to integrate the expanded universe stuff into the main line because they want it to reach everyone. Why only the GRCs and the race and rescues? Why didn't you do that for the NASCARs or the Glow Racers or even heck, way back in the day, Carbon Racers, Ice Racers? Like, could you imagine? Picture this. It's back in the day, 2014, 15, and your only new releases are Ice Racers, Carnival Racers, Neon Racers. Like, they're taking up valuable slots. That's exactly what's happening now. I know people would have hated it back then, but it's just so breezed upon nowadays that it's kind of pathetic. Yeah, I think this isn't even my segment anymore. I'll go. I'll walk myself out.
It's a pretty fun segment for Mr. Productions, obviously. Praise to him for giving his opinions on stuff, even though this is kind of a speculation video and not really a rant video, but you know what I mean. The one thing you don't want to do is get World of Cars Entertainment started on the
Hello, World of Cars Entertainment here, and I'm going to be talking about the expanded universe lines. Oh boy, this part's unscripted, so get ready for a lot of ranting in this. So last year, Mattel put the GRC, which is essentially just a T-Rock theme, in the main line. Why? I don't know. They didn't do all the racers, but neither did Neon and Silver. So it was annoying, but that's fine-ish because they also gave us like 20 plus new cars in the main line. And while it was all on the road heavy, it was coming off like a little over a year from the show, so it's fine. But then this year, Race and Rescue, I why? There are like I think 16 off the top of my head Race and Rescue cars. And then we only have two cars in the main line that aren't Race and Rescue, that are new. And those two is one on the road car, and then one car from Cars 1, quotation marks. It doesn't even appear in Cars 1. It's from Cars 1, but it doesn't appear at all. We had in 2014 Neon Racers. They didn't do all the racers, but it was a sideline, so it didn't matter. We had Cars Tunes also as a sideline. Let's just put this for example. Imagine in 2013, 2013, I don't care which year. All we got was the Neon Racers. They didn't do all the racers, just like GRC did. I'm holding out hope for next year. That's why I haven't gone full ballistic yet. Why do we have to have what has been done before in the past as sidelines can't be done still today? Like, the Glow Racers is a sideline, and I tolerated it for a year. The Glow Racers look to still be going on next year. We would have had the Glow Racers for 3 whole years at that point. I don't think a single sideline, minus NASCAR, but it still took a 2 year break, has lasted that long. It's just kind of sad how Glow Racers was treated. And no one buys them, really, honestly. And I don't want to hear, like, oh, well, times have changed, like, they've shortened the cars aisles. Like, yeah, 2021, they gave us, like, 30 to 40 new cars in the main line. We also had endurance racers. We also had NASCAR racers. And they had, like, that little Radiator Springs sideline also. They also gave us Pixar Fest cars, all sideline. None of it's in the main line. They did a few couple Christmas cars in the main line. That wasn't too bad because it was only like 5. I really do not understand why they are putting stuff that could be done in sidelines in the main line. Because, like, NASCAR's around. I will admit it's starting to be overdone. Give us a new car if you're going to bring it back. But, like, at least it's a sideline. If these NASCAR cars were in the main line, I would be kind of upset because it's like you did them in the past before as a sideline. Stuff that has been in the main line, I've tolerated, like metallic cars, silver cars. You know what? That's fine because you could view those as like special editions. The Disney 100 cars, that's fine. Racing Red, those were special editions. Those aren't some gimmicky thing. Race and Rescue really broke me. Like, oh my gosh. Like, those are so gimmicky and so some of the printing's so good, but then they also cheaped out with no chrome on red, downsizing red. If these were a sideline, the sidelines are always priced more, so they could have done a deluxe red. In fact, they've done a deluxe red in a 2-pack, but so we forget about that, I guess, because deluxes are dead. Oh, and Morgan Martins. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now because I've gone on for like 7 minutes now, and I'm gonna let the next person talk about the next thing. But please let next year be focused on the movies because that's what these cars are about. Cars from the movies, not some children's book. Remember convention exclusives? Oh man. Wow. 2026 is a deal break. Move on to the next section.
Well, that was a pretty fun segment by Aaron. It took so long, by the way. And I might be onto something here, okay, guys? Just hear me out on this one. I think Disney Docket is a scalper. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought the Disney Docket fan base was gonna burst in through my door and like fucking kill me or something. Anyway, let's move on to Disney Culture's bit, I guess.
So let's start off this segment with what is a scalper? According to Google, a scalper is a person who sells shares or tickets at a quick or large profit. But in this case, it's more people who just buy the cars from the local Target or Walmart, then hop on the old Facebook marketplace, the old eBay, and flip those babies for 2, 3 times even more profit. And yeah, if you want a better example of what scalping is, look no further than the Pokemon TCG. This franchise has had its fair share of scalpers, and probably the most extreme scalpers, to be honest, as people are fighting each other in Walmart, Costco, Target for these little cardboard characters. And you can see these videos all over YouTube. They're everywhere. Those are scalpers right there. And in case anyone was thinking this, I really don't think you are, but people like Gym Scavenger customizers, very obviously not scalping, as they're putting work into those cars, making something new that you can't buy on the shelves, giving you a new product. Yeah, they're more expensive than normal diecast, but that's because they put work into it. It's customized, what have you. It's not scalping. So, loyal viewer, you might be wondering, how does that translate to everyone's favorite Mr. D? Well, I've been watching his hunt videos for a few years now, and I used to be a pretty big fan of him. He was one of my favorite cars YouTubers. Then I started noticing, well, started buying the same cars over and over. And within the last month or so, I went back to his most recent 3 hunt videos, and I made a spreadsheet, which will probably show on the screen right here. And in preface, I'm sorry to the Mr. Docket fans out there who like his content. You are allowed to do so. I still like some of his videos, to be honest, and he's definitely still passionate about the franchise, but this could honestly be its own video. Might be its own video someday, to be honest. Scalping, here's a quick little visual example. Let's say this is Target. Yeah, right, that would never happen. This talk's too good. Anyway, let's say I'm a friendly little Facebook marketplace sneakerhead or what have you. Oh, they're gonna laugh me for this clip. Anyway, and I see, GRC McQueen is $20 on eBay, but Target has them for, pretend it's a $5 sticker right there. I'm just gonna yoink him off the pegs, and, let me go check my local eBay, and Speedy's 50 now because, he is in this hypothetical situation. Deputy McQueen, he's also worth a lot, and let's say I just clear out the entire shelf because all these cars are worth a fair amount in this situation. And then I go over to my local Facebook marketplace server, an eBay store, and then I list this dude up for $25 and what have you, and just make a mega profit off these cars. But then, meanwhile, little Timmy comes over, and he's a really big fan of cars, but he's only 5, so he doesn't have that much money, and Target is his only place to get these little toys. And he says, there's no Deputy McQueen here. Huh, how sad. Boo-hoo, little Timmy. So little Timmy goes on the internet, and he wants to buy a Deputy McQueen, but Mr. Scalperman has it for $50. So little Timmy can't afford that. So no cars for little Timmy. Boo-hoo. And yeah, there's my quick little representation of what scalpers do. Hope you enjoyed. Let's go over some general car scalping examples, and it's going to be a little interactive session. You can help play along with me here, but what I want you to do is go on your local Facebook Marketplace server for wherever you live. Assuming you actually have Facebook Marketplace, I don't know. I'm a dumb American, and that's what we have here. Or just go on eBay. That's pretty much everywhere, right? And look up Disney Cars 2025 Sealed. Or if you want some more refined results, look up Disney Cars Race and Rescue. Go to search and see what is selling. I can all but guarantee you that stuff is going to be way higher than what Target, Walmart have it for. And yeah, that's pretty much the aftermath of scalping, is that those valuable cars will be thrown up on eBay for a lot of money compared to what they're actually retailing for. And they'll be gone from your local stores unless you get lucky.
All right. We're done with the negatives, okay? I had to take Aaron out of his cage so he can, say all the positive stuff he has to say about the Mattel line, okay? So I'll just pass it on to him and we can just do the conclusion after that, alright? Stay with me here.
Hello, I've calmed down. I'm gonna talk positive stuff now. Not everything is bad. I'm gonna start off with some sidelines that do exist. Glow Racers. They're doing Wingo. They're changing the line's name to Cars That Glow in the Dark. I could see some positives with this in the future. Maybe they're gonna dial it back and do just glow in the dark variants of existing characters. I could see that be cool. NASCAR line. They brought it back last year, and while they haven't done any new characters yet, the McQueen design is sick. Having a huge display in Walmart was sick. I really love these NASCAR design, like the NASCAR cars they did, way better than the previous ones because the decals are way better. The eyeshadow, the eye print is phenomenal. Quality is miles better than the originals. Vietnam has always been a lower in terms of quality, but they actually nailed these designs. Like, wow, I'm shocked. And I really do hope they do more new ones. I really do think this NASCAR line has potential to be better, and I really do hope they do some new cars. So I do hope they take advantage of that. Like it has potential, and I love the NASCAR line. I will admit it's overstock at my WalMarts, but it has potential. The haulers this year, haulers have been amazing. Oh my gosh, Gil, Jerry, and Chet Boxcar. Chet Boxcar used to cost like $200, and now you can find it. It's still pretty scarce, but you can find it at Walmart for $20. It's great. I didn't even have them, because I value not spending $200 on a hauler. And so that was nice. Some of these re-releases are nice. Moving to the main line for re-releases, like yes, Bye Bye Car did get canceled, but still that does not excuse Grem and Acer have not been in a main line together since 2012. Grem hasn't been a single since 2012, so it's just cool to see them back. Lightning Ramon is gorgeous. The Thailand variant is amazing. They did a fantastic job with its color. Um, it was kind of cool to get the Fiberfill crew chief, even though it doesn't appear in the movie. They did a great job with his design, his paint color. I've talked about Race and Rescue, but I will say Sheriff, Sarge, and Chick's designs are really good. I think all the budget went into Chick's design, honestly, because his design is peak. Like, oh my gosh, they did such a, and even Storm. But I never liked Storm in like expanded universe lines, like, but somehow they actually won me over with this Storm. So like, yeah, I'm shocked. It's really more so just their inclusion in the main line than some of the other character choices that I don't like. McQueen with shovels, nice unibody variant. There's a lot of great re-releases. Oh, how can I forget? Eugene, Ryan Shields, and oh my gosh, spare I can't remember his name, but those three racers pretty rare and scarce to get, and those were the last Thailand variants we needed from Thailand for the Piston Cup race cars, and they did them all 3 this year, and they look phenomenal. Like Ryan surprised me, and like really, oh my gosh, what is his name? Spearmint, but his paint color, beautiful. So yeah, the re-releases definitely have helped me up this year for sure, and also no on the road cars. Yes, there's some re-releases and there's one new on the road car, but notice how your stores are not filled with on the road cars, and if they are, then it's old stock. So clearly on the road is dead in Mattel's eyes. So I'm really hoping they're taking advantage of that, and next year, like, they're just gonna kind of do a clean slate. So yeah, I'm just holding out hope for next year. That's why I'm not super mad. But it's just nice to, like, I don't know, actually see stores get stuff in on time. Um, while Walmart is over here dying. Target's actually doing nice this year. That was a nice treat for sure. But I'm gonna go on to let the next person do the conclusion. Hope you enjoyed the few positives I had to say.
Just even some positives to the negative world we live in. And I'll just move it on to myself, I guess, to come up with a conclusion. So, come on, get over here. We gotta go come up with a conclusion, right? Jeez. I said, come on! So, after all the negatives, after all the rambling and bambling about how we don't like Mattel and it should honestly nuke themselves because of their shitty distribution system, quality control, and etc. Now, the conclusion. I didn't plan to make this video because I hate Mattel. I made this video because, well, I love Mattel. What? You were just ranting on them for like the past 24 minutes. And now you're saying you love them? Well, no!
Yeah.
To put it simply, I love Mattel because of the stuff they do. What started out as a small little present for a frickin' few weeks old me became a hobby and a likeness. I like these toy cars because something about it. I don't know what it is. It's probably the magic in it. You know, I like going to a store and seeing something that's not in my collection, and you know, I get excited because I don't have it and I might as well buy it. But obviously that magic is kind of gone considering, you know, we have terrible stuff here in my area. What I'm trying to say is, I love this franchise, and I love the toys that come out. I love having tiny little versions of cars that were on the big screen. You know, I love the variants, I love the paint jobs. You know, I'm not a guy who really shits on things. As of now that I'm recording this, the 2026 stuff has been revealed, so we got China returning. And a lot of people are very negative about the new stuff coming out. But for me, I just can't wait to get these new releases so I can, you know, do comparisons and keep them in box and, you know, just add them to the collection. To put it simply, these toys are cool, alright? And I know we hate Mattel with the way they're doing and how some of us said they are eating the slop Mattel is giving us. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. In all honesty, I just love collecting these toys, alright? It's something to do while I stay in my room, unemployed, depressed, making customs for kids on eBay. That's pretty much all I have to say for conclusion. To put it simply, yes, we hate Mattel. We don't like what they're doing currently, and everyone's gonna keep bitching about it. But for me, I like Mattel. I like what they're doing currently, alright? Not to an extent, I just like the new variants, okay? Please don't come at me with pitchforks and fire blazers and whatever the fuck that cross is. 2026 is going to be the 20th anniversary of cars, and I'm very excited to see what they got in store for us. So, yeah, that's pretty much my conclusion. Is Mattel terrible? Yes. To some extent, yes. Should we nuke their entire building? No. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video about me, PCP, Piston Cupster, and well, the car is just completely ranting about this toy manufacturer. This video was supposed to come out in Hedge Week of August, but you see a lot of stuff happened in the editing, and I just got demotivated, and life really took over, and I was very busy, but obviously I picked myself back up and re-edited some stuff, and got remotivated to start working on videos again. Also, don't go in the comments and ask when is Piston Cup Unleashed coming out, because, like, I haven't touched that game since June, alright? Be fucking patient. It's coming out soon, alright? I don't know when, but it's coming out, alright? Anyway, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. Please give me some watch hours, because I desperately need some monetization, alright? Being unemployed sucks. And, like I always say, have a good one. Now, does this still make me want to go to the store and buy a diecast? Well,